Well, Ruben Amorim wants Matheus Cunha at Manchester United this summer transfer window, and that sends us a very huge message that maybe a player known as Gyökeres to Manchester United is obviously not going to be a possible move that we've been earlier discussing in here onto the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? Rock and David is my name, and this is the United Matters channel. Continue to subscribe because we want to hit 21,000 subscribers, right? And let's obviously go ahead and see how things really go on as planned. So the side of Manchester United is really striker searching. That's no longer a secret. It's really a public secret that most of you know that Man United is really chasing in for a center forward and will soon be unveiled in there for you. And if they are gonna go early for the striker or later after the season gets to an end, I don't know, but all I know, it's United searching in for striker. Very many options talked about, and now we are here to talk about Matheus Cunha and a player known as Liam Delap. You know him very well. He plays for Brighton. Those are the three players that you're obviously going to be talking up in here onto this beautiful channel of ours known as United Matters channel. And hope you guys are really ready to see to it that we really bring you the facts that you really deserve. Who is Matheus Cunha? Matheus Cunha is a Brazilian, 25 years of age. He's making 26 years of age on the 27th of May this year, and he has a height of 1.8 meters tall. He also plays for Wolverhampton Wanderers, and by the way, in the previous season and this one, he has been on fire. If you've been following up onto him very many times in there for you. So as it stands, we are really having a very huge update coming in through from the man himself known as Jacob's Ben. He dropped it like on Wednesday. United, all he understands, Matheus Cunha is on Manchester United's radar, with his agent set to arrive in England for talks with suitors. 6.25 6.2 is the release clause this summer. Nottingham Forest also interested. Arsenal divided over Cunha. That is what Jacob's Ben really said, that very many clubs are interested, and guess what is happening at Manchester United? They are really trying to obviously sit with this on the lad of Manchester United, that is Matheus Cunha, and his agent is expected to fly in there. Then we went ahead of getting another story from Lolly Whitwell, United correspondent for the for the Athletic. He said, Man United are considering a summer move for Matheus Cunha to supplement their aims of getting more goals in Ruben Amorim's team. That's what we've obviously gone ahead to get from the side of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, Manchester United are really having a very huge list of players that they're really going to obviously bring in and sign, you know, but amongst all those, there has to be one. They have to obviously come and sign and see to it that obviously comes in through and solves maybe the goal scoring problems. And now Cunha has been added onto the list. During the January transfer window, Manchester United was heavily linked to this player and Arsenal, but as it stands, the player in the names of Matheus Cunha has gone ahead to put in a very huge push, and he told us that he's really gonna be leaving this side of Wolverhampton Wanderers and wants to be playing elsewhere. He made that statement during, I think, the month of March, when the side of Wolverhampton Wanderers was really playing something there. So as it stands, the side of Arsenal has also been linked to this player, but United is considering a summer move to obviously get him this player. I love that player, and by the way, among all the choices, he's the best choice for me to obviously come and think of. That is it, because Victor Gyökeres is not coming to Manchester United. Arsenal have gone ahead to propose a close to 200,000 pounds contract, you know, per week, you know, and they're really moving ahead of us. And I've been at the Arsenal channel known as the Rokani Media Football, and I told them that Arsenal has very many chances to get this deal done, because for United they need to sell to buy, and this player is obviously looking at something different. And what is something different? He wants to resolve his future as soon as possible, as last summer teams had interest in him and they never obviously went ahead obviously get him. So as it stands, the club of Manchester United is out of this race according to me, and we can only be in this race when we win what we call the UEFA Europa League. And by that time, would Arsenal not have gone ahead obviously sign this player, because Andre Bartha knows how competitive it's really gonna be on this guy. Because if Ishak is 130 million pounds as Newcastle calls, then he knows to it that a lot has to not go our way, you know, so not their way if he really waits in for United to win the UEFA Europa League. So he's like, I have to get this deal done or get it out of the way before United goes ahead to do anything productive this season. So that's exactly what you're getting in through from the side of that's what you're getting in through from the side of Arsenal. So Gyökeres, I don't think it will get him. Victor Osimhen, another competitive player, another player who is really going to be hugely competed for. And for him, he can come on the ladder if at all qualify for the Champions League and earn in some money. Then Matheus Cunha, I think, is the most realistic. First and foremost, he plays in that system at Wolverhampton Wanderers that we exactly played Manchester United, known as 3-5-2, and he knows it very, very, very well. And in that system this season, he has played 26 games, 13 goals and 4 assists. That is Matheus Cunha for you. And last season, 32 games, 12 goals and 7 assists, meaning that he has already gone ahead to obviously surpass the number of goals he scored last season. With some 7-8 games to go, he's still trying to obviously run that. But my worry is how or what is his injury record. That is the most important bit of it all. That his injury record might obviously be one of those that we have to look up before we obviously think is the best candidate to come in at Manchester United, as we don't want to obviously get in more and more and more and more injury prone players at the club of Manchester United, as it has affected us a lot and we have danced, or we have really faced, or we tested the bitterness of that in there for you. So Matheus Cunha, when you look at his time at Wolverhampton Wanderers, he hasn't gone ahead obviously get very many injuries, because last season he was out for 43 days, and this season that kept him out in season of 2022 and was out for 8 days, you know. And at Wolverhampton Wanderers, looks like he hasn't obviously gone ahead obviously get injured in there for you. So I think he's not an injury prone player, and the player says, I want to fight for titles. That is Matheus Cunha for you. Now, before we go into what you people have to say about Matheus Cunha, allow me bring you what we call another statement coming from Lord Whitford from the first one that we read, that is obviously going to be very, 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 very breathtaking in there if you've been following it up onto this channel of ours. He says, signing both Matheus Cunha and Liam Delap is viewed as plausible if Man United are able to sell well, while other attacking options are being explored for both forward roles and plenty of talks on targets are anticipated. Now, I've seen people come up and obviously talk of United getting into centre forwards. I'm like, will you be mad? You know, you're having Chido Obi Martin in the queue, Zexi is there, you understand. We just need one forward, even if Rasmus Højlund is really showing his exit though. And I think this is not the season. We should obviously let him go. Let's get in one striker, you know. We need 2 midfielders, you know. We need a central defender. And I think we need another left, you know, another left wing back, you know. So I think that's what we need as a club of Manchester United. But bringing in Liam Delap and Matheus Cunha, I think it's one of the impossibilities that I think will happen at Manchester United, because who are they going to sell? That means they have to sell very, very many, you know, players who are really homegrown. You sell Marcus Rashford, you understand. After selling Marcus Rashford, you know, then you obviously do the needful and see to it that you bring in the best of the best for the team of Manchester United. You understand? So I think, as per now, what United needs to do is simple. I think we should get in one forward, 2 midfielders, 1 central defensive midfielder who can really partner with Manuel Ugarte, and then we get in another central attacking players. They tend to obviously improve onto our attacking phase when you're really creating chances for the club of Manchester United. And Matheus Cunha, for me, is one of those that we should get. The price is £62 million. Will United have that money to bring in a forward? Because he's obviously into the age bracket of the players that they want, and it's all about 24, 25, 26 years of age, and he's a proven Premier League player. He'll obviously bang in those goals as we want them to be banged in here onto the Rokani, onto the Manchester United. I think very many fans are really very eager to see who comes in through as a centre forward, but we are going to be linked to very many centre forwards, I tell you. But whoever we bring in, I tell you, that will be a very, 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 very huge plus, I must tell you. So guys, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section about Matheus Cunha. I'm out. Bye bye.